By picking up emergency broadcasts and alerting you to severe weather or human-made disasters, emergency radios ensure that you are never without critical knowledge. Unlike standard radios, emergency radios can receive warnings and notifications from very high-frequency public service band stations. Users may listen to dedicated weather channels, set the radio to alert when a weather or disaster warning is issued, and access basic AM, FM stations on an emergency radio. What's up, guys? Today you'll take a look at the best emergency radios you can buy right now. We'll try to help you find the right one for your needs. To see the most up-to-date prices, you can check out the links in the description below. If you are new here, do subscribe and press the bell icon for the latest video. Without wasting any time, let's jump into the video. Number 5. Eton American Red Cross Emergency Radio. The Eton American Red Cross Weather Radio gets great reception on all 7 NOAA broadcast bands and is versatile and durable enough for use at home or in remote locations. With its multiple power options, hand crank, batteries, 3 NIMH AAA rechargeable batteries, solar panel, or AC adapter, vital news is available in virtually any situation. In testing, this was one of the easier models to tune into the NOAA broadcast bands and general radio stations. The Eton Red Cross radio includes a port for charging mobile devices, a headphone jack for private listening, a digital clock, and a glow-in-the-dark locator that makes the radio easy to grab during an emergency. It can also charge other devices. The design is a little different from other models. It's less suited for emergencies on the move and more for situations where the user is staying in one spot. While it's not large, it's also not as compact as many of the others that were shaped more like flashlights with radios attached. This one definitely feels more like a radio with flashlight capabilities. As far as reception goes, this one was hard to beat. We also like that it had a mute button to quickly shut off the audio when needed. Number 4. Midland ER210 Emergency Compact Crank Radio. The Midland ER210 Emergency Compact Crank Weather AM, FM radio comes in a deceptively small size that belies its reception abilities. The radio picks up a strong signal, and the speaker provides surprisingly loud audio. The radio and the weather radio work with a digital tuner. In some ways, that's easier to use than a dial, but it takes longer to find stations unless you already know which one you're headed for. The radio runs with a USB power cord, a battery, solar power, or by hand crank. The crank is easy to turn and hides well into the casing, creating a smooth outer appearance. 3 flashlight settings can come in handy in an emergency situation. It has a very bright, high beam and a low beam, as well as an SOS signal. This model automatically locks onto the strongest weather station, but the stations can also be scanned through if needed. An alarm sounds if there's severe weather predicted in your area. Overall, it was an easy radio to use once we'd gone through the manual. The digital tuning was easier to use than many of the manual dials on the other models, which was a huge plus. Number 3. RunningSnail Emergency Crank Radio. If the built-in lithium-ion battery in the RunningSnail emergency radio runs down, the radio's hand crank will generate all the energy necessary to listen to weather and news reports and operate the unit's super bright flashlight. The radio receives AM, FM and NOAA broadcasts, and it comes with a USB port for charging a cell phone or a tablet. During testing, the AM, FM reception was exceptionally clear. However, the NOAA broadcasts were much more difficult to find. Yes, we could get on the weather band, but a stiff manual dial made it difficult to tune into a station. The reception for the station we did find wasn't great. For strictly weather purposes, this model wasn't the best. However, there were other features that worked well. It comes with a motion-sensing night light that automatically illuminates with nearby movement, a good feature for campers or others who need to get up at night. And the reading light is bright. We would say it was almost blinding, which is effective when you're out on the trail or camping. Number 2. Kaito 5-way powered solar power emergency radio. The multifunctional Kaito KA500 5-way weather alert radio receives the 7 NOAA bands and 2 shortwave bands. This means it offers broadcasts from other countries. Reception quality is high, and the radio has 5 power options: by hand crank, flip-up solar panel, AC adapter, battery or USB. Those power options are really this model's strength since users can find a way to charge in most situations. The Kaito does not disappoint in terms of added features, as it includes a built-in charger for mobile devices, a reading light, a flashlight, and an SOS beacon. However, the Kaito isn't the easiest radio to use. It has an on-off button on the front, but that only turns on some of the features. There's also a tiny on-off button hidden with the charging ports that activates everything. The dials themselves are also confusing, So while this is a great radio for all the power options, it's not the easiest to use. Number 1. Midland Emergency Weather Alert Radio. In addition to its functionality and ease of use, the Midland Emergency Weather Alert Radio stands out for being configurable into multiple languages: English, French, and Spanish. It also features 25 programmable locations, so users can check out conditions in other parts of the country if needed or wanted. The built-in SAME technology helps ensure that users can always receive alerts specifically pertaining to their home region. There is an option to select a preferred type of alert: a siren alarm, a voice alert, or a flashing LED light. Plug the Midland radio into any standard outlet or power it with 2 AA batteries. We can definitely verify that the Midland NOAA will alert the listener to impending inclement weather. It was tested in an office space, where we left it plugged in and on. At any time, users could walk past it and hit the snooze button to get an update on the latest weather warnings in their area. We left it running until one day we randomly heard an alert sound somewhere in the house. It wasn't until the second warning that we realized it was the Midland. A small craft warning in the region was going out due to a severe windstorm moving through the area. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on this video. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button and enable your notification bell icon to get the latest videos of our channel.